From a child prodigy behind the wheel to a global motorsport icon, Max Verstappen's story is one that grips the hearts of racing fans around the world. But how did a kid from Belgium and the Netherlands become the youngest ever to win a Formula One race and then rise to become a world champion? Well, buckle up because today we're diving deep into the life, struggles, and triumphs of the racing phenomenon, Max Verstappen. Part 1. The Racing Bloodline, a family steeped in motorsport. Max wasn't just born into any family. He was born into the racing family. His dad, Jos Verstappen, was a Formula One driver who competed in the sport during the late 90s and early 2000s. Not exactly a household name like Schumacher or Hamilton, but Jos had a reputation for raw talent and fierce determination. His mom, Sophie Kumpen, was no less impressive, a successful kart racer herself. This meant Max's first taste of racing wasn't a hobby. It was his DNA. He began karting at just 4 years old. Imagine that. Most kids his age were still figuring out how to ride a bike, and he was already out on the track, honing his reflexes. Fun fact, did you know that Max's parents limited his screen time to focus on racing? Instead of cartoons, Max would watch hours of karting videos, studying techniques and racing lines. Talk about early dedication. This early start wasn't just a lucky accident. Jos and Sophie meticulously planned his career path, balancing intense training with normal childhood experiences. It's a delicate line, raising a prodigy without burning them out. Part 2. The karting years, where legends are made. Karting is the foundation of every great Formula One driver. And for Max, karting was where his legendary speed first shone. By his early teens, Max was smashing records. He was not just fast, he was fearless, overtaking opponents with bold, sometimes controversial moves that made people say, wow, this kid doesn't hold back. One story that racing insiders love to share. At just 9 years old, Max was already beating drivers much older than him, some even twice his age. His natural instincts were so sharp that many thought he was just plain lucky. But luck? Not at all. It was talent, raw and unfiltered. During this time, Max also formed friendships and rivalries that would follow him into higher formulas. His competition in karting included future F1 drivers like Lando Norris and George Russell. Imagine these kids, future F1 stars, battling wheel-to-wheel in kart races. Audience question, what do you think it's like to be a kid competing at that level? Would you want to be racing or playing video games at 10 years old? Let me know in the comments. Part 3. Rapid ascent through junior formulas, breaking records and barriers. By the time Max entered the single-seater junior formulas, people already had their eyes on him. At just 16, he won the FIA European Formula 3 Championship in 2014. That's impressive on its own, but what really shocked the paddock was how dominant he was. Max won 10 out of 33 races that season and finished on the podium more times than anyone else. During this time, Red Bull Racing had their scouts glued to every race, seeing the perfect candidate to replace aging stars and build a new future for the team. Part 4. The youngest ever, entering Formula One at 17. This is where the story really gets wild. Max Verstappen made his Formula One debut with Toro Rosso, now AlphaTauri, at the 2015 Australian Grand Prix, at just 17 years and 166 days old. This made him the youngest driver ever to start an F1 race, breaking the previous record held by Jamie Alguersuari. The F1 world was equal parts excited and skeptical. Many wondered, could someone so young and inexperienced really handle the pressure of the world's fastest sport? The answer? Yes, but it wasn't easy. His debut was solid, finishing 12th in Australia, and he quickly earned a reputation for aggressive, overtaking, and never backing down. Interesting anecdote. Max's debut came under some controversy when several pundits and former drivers criticized Red Bull for pushing him too early. Some questioned if this would harm his development, but Max and his team believed in fast learning through experience. Part 5. Mid-season promotion. The breakout win in Spain, 2016. Midway through the 2016 season, Red Bull promoted Max to their main team, replacing Daniil Kvyat. This was a huge vote of confidence, but also a massive pressure cooker. The F1 paddock was buzzing. Was he ready for the step up? In only his fourth race with Red Bull, Max shocked the world by winning the Spanish Grand Prix. This victory made him the youngest ever winner of a Formula One race, a record that still stands. He executed a masterclass drive, showing maturity, calmness, and racercraft that belied his age. Audience engagement. Imagine being in Max's shoes that day, under immense pressure and expectation, with the world watching. What advice would you give an 18-year-old rookie stepping into such a spotlight? Drop your thoughts below. Part 6. Learning, Growing, and Rivalries, the Formative Years. The next few seasons were a roller coaster of highs and lows. Max continued to show flashes of brilliance, but also had moments where his aggressive style led to crashes or penalties. His rivalry with Lewis Hamilton began to heat up during this period. The established champion versus the fearless youngster. Their battles on track often turned into heated exchanges, both in and out of the media. Here's where things get interesting. Max wasn't just racing against other drivers. He was racing against the weight of expectations, media pressure, and his own aggressive instincts. Some critics accused him of being reckless, but fans loved his no-holds-barred style, seeing it as a breath of fresh air in a sport sometimes dominated by caution. Part 7. The 2021 season. The championship battle for the ages. Fast forward to 2021, arguably one of the most thrilling F1 seasons in history. Max Verstappen was locked in a titanic championship battle with Lewis Hamilton. Week after week, the tension, drama, and controversy escalated, culminating in a showdown at the final race in Abu Dhabi. The controversial safety car restart, the championship decider, and the heated debates that followed. All of this put Max at the center of one of the most talked-about seasons ever. This season defined Max as not just a talented driver, but a true competitor with nerves of steel. Part 8. World Champion and Beyond, Cementing a Legacy. Winning the 2021 World Championship was just the beginning. Max's 2022 and 2023 seasons showed incredible growth, blending his natural aggression with strategic racercraft and maturity. He became a true leader within Red Bull Racing and one of the faces of modern Formula One. What's next? Could Max surpass legends like Schumacher and Hamilton in all-time wins or championships? Speculative moment. If Max continues at this pace, what records do you think he will break? How do you see his rivalry with emerging drivers like Charles Leclerc evolving? Let me know your predictions. Closing. From prodigy to legend. Max Verstappen's journey is a story about talent, tenacity, and the will to win. From a little boy karting with a dream, to a young phenom breaking records, to a world champion battling legends, Max has carved his name in F1 history. Whether you love his aggressive style or debate his tactics, there's no denying his impact on the sport. So what do you think? Is Max Verstappen the greatest driver of his generation? Or is he just getting started? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe for more motorsport stories. And don't forget to drop your thoughts on Max's legacy in the comments below.